That was the Casio version of a song. I don't even want to say which one it is. There we go. If you want to sue us, that's what you need to do. Lawyers of the owners of the rights.
Should we beep that?
Nah, yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay, off to a flyer. Already got our first beep within the first 22 seconds. I did have someone who works in radio say to me yesterday, "Oh, I enjoy the pod you do with Ash." I said, "Thanks." And then they said, "Oh, I noticed that you've done a lot of codes training, broadcast codes training, and you're continuously having to tell him to beep things and cut things out." I said, yes, it's been a while since Ash has done the codes training. And let's not forget the last time that he was let loose by himself on air, 3 good people got sacked from the Australian Open.
Yeah, and never worked again. Well, we don't know where they are. They could be CEOs. They could be all the better for that sliding doors moment.
They could be doing TED Talks.
They could be.
About how the moment their life changed was when they got marched out of the Australian Open for stealing sandwiches / saying that they were going to pull a knife. You sure could pick them, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're pretty interesting people.
Yeah, they're fun. And also, but I had to probe.
You've got in life, you have a wonderful ability to get somewhat personal information out of people fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And often it's sexual.
Yeah.
In nature.
Yeah.
Like at the spring racing carnival, I'll be having a mundane chat with someone, and I know I'm boring them. I can tell that I'm boring them about something. And then I'll see you later, and I'll say, "How'd you go?" And you'll say, "Well, yeah, I spoke to insert somewhat media star here,
AFL footballer,
and he was telling me about this little fold-out bed that he's got."
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
How do you do it?
I don't know.
How do you do it? How do you get people comfortable quickly so that they feel they can tell you about their sexual picadillos?
I think they think I'm not listening. Like, I'm listening, but they're like, you know...
So it's like a confessional with a priest. They can't see you listening.
Like, even yesterday I was telling you about this guy at my gym, and he was just like, you know... I don't talk to him that much, but he was just divulging all about his sex life and, you know, this new girl that he's seeing and how the Viagras don't work and he's got to order these special red Chinese pills.
I'm Googling that right now because he said I'm on the Chinese red pills.
He says one Chinese red pill.
And what?
That's it. For a good time.
God, what do you Google? You know what? I'm going to put this one on.
Just put his name in.
Beep.
Nah, fuck him. No beeps for
No beeps for him.
Nah, he's...
Beeps for him.
Nah, he's been writing me smack on...
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he said he's going to beat me in table tennis. I got a Facebook before from this guy. We have a mutual friend. He said, "I'm just having coffee with and he says that you're a pussy for not turning up to F45 this morning."
Whoa.
And he says he's going to smash you in table tennis.
Whoa.
No beeps for you.
Even though there will be beeps. I've just Googled it, and it's not coming up.
Nah, fuck him.
Oh, hang on. It says ginseng.
That's in bloody V drinks, isn't it?
It says that it's a remedy, a natural remedy.
Mm.
Oh, and then it also, oh dear, bodybuilding.com's onto it. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Nah, he's a bit of fun.
Well, that's
Anyway.
that's the most, you know what? We're 4 minutes in. That's the most beeps of all time.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's massive. Let's get straight to it, please. People don't want us to faff about.
Sure.
We're doing What Not to Say to Your Girlfriend. That's back. Great segment. It's a
Yep.
great bit in your stand-up show. Ash Williams, I've done some bad things. Please make sure you book. I mean, you're in Sydney.
September 2.
What's the venue?
The Comedy Store.
Is this your first ever major show at the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
This is a big moment in your comedy career.
Mate, there's a lot of seats.
And a lot of tickets
There's a lot of tickets.
available.
Available, paid or unpaid.
Ash Williams.
Just turn up. Seriously. Preferably buy tickets.
You should film that show.
I should, shouldn't I?
Let's film it. Hashtag it.
Let's film it. Special on the ABC. They don't know about it.
They'll show anything.
Yeah, they should.
So what should you not say to your girlfriend?
Well, I'll just say this, Ed, too, coming out. I want to give you a Cathy update.
Oh, yeah. Feed out for Cathy. Hashtag feed out for Cathy, everybody. I understand there's been... And this is the problem with art and commerce coming together, because I believe that there's been some problems with one of your many sponsors and Cathy.
No, it's actually not a problem.
Oh.
It's been an uplifting, an uprising.
An uprising. Let's keep in mind that the last time we spoke to Cathy, we decided to break communication because she was too insistent on you answering the question.
Hang on,
I know the wording. I don't
Do
need
you?
to. Yeah,
Go
I don't.
for it.
Ash, if I was to come into your room while you're asleep and tie you up, would that wake you up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and then do you sleep deeply, Ash?
Yeah, deeply, Ash.
Yeah, do you sleep deeply, Ash?
Yeah.
I like that.
Do you know what I don't like?
What? What's not to like? Come
there's,
on.
There's a guy going around at the moment doing a promo tour for a tickling.
Oh, him.
Yeah. Can we talk about him, please? Because he's promoting his tickling documentary.
David Farrier.
And he's going on about how, it's so crazy, it's so this. Has he ever done a tickling video?
No.
No. So here we are again. Do you know what this is like? This is like the endless parade of tryhards who want to tell us from a desk in Australia what it's like, the situation in Syria, the situation with ISIS. We go now live to a guy reading auto cue in Australia. When there are people who, like Michael Ware, the journalist, who lived over there for 7 years.
Yeah.
And was he was the first Westerner to ever see an ISIS video. He got kidnapped and they gave it to him and then they took it, then they put him back.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I'm
no,
listening.
I don't,
So I'm
but yeah.
listening to what he has to say because he's been there.
No, yeah.
His documentary is called Only the Dead. It's a really amazing and hard watch.
Shit.
Is that hard for me to compare him to you? Because this
No,
other bloke who's
it's
doing
good.
the so-called
It's good.
documentary,
I'm, in the trenches tackling ISIS.
you're but nothing says freedom, and the Western world, like a man being paid to be tied up when he's pretending to be a hotel manager. For those, this guy, did he approach you to be in this tickling video, this tickling documentary?
Yeah, so he was on their podcast, The Dollop,
Oh, with
Dave Anthony and
right. Yeah, good.
and Gareth, and they were talking about maybe not. I don't know. I think it might have come from that, and then all these people are getting all these direct messages on Facebook saying this guy wants to talk to you, wants to put you in his film, and I'm like desperate for work at the time, so I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? Yes. And then...
Was this before or after you'd won the role playing Paulie Shaw's best friend in the documentary he was making about his life?
This was after.
Okay.
That's still to come out, by the way. I
Yeah.
tweeted Paulie Shaw
about
3 weeks ago and said, how's the doco on your life going?
It's your best friend here.
Yeah, it's your best friend Ash, and he didn't write back. Yeah. I don't follow him either. He doesn't follow me. It's a weird relationship. It's a weird best friend relationship. So then this bloody guy from the tickling videos documentaries is like, hey, I'm doing a fucking expose on tickling. Do you want to be in it? And I spoke to you, Ed.
Yes.
And I think I said, what do you reckon? And we came up with the answer of no.
No, we came up with the answer of A, no way.
No, it was paid. Is it paid?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it paid? No, it's not paid. B, I'm not giving this guy my material.
That's right. You're the one that's gone to done the tickling video.
Yeah.
You're the guy that's been syringed in the neck.
Yeah.
You're the guy that got paid the 400.
You know there are still other tickling videos that I've done that you haven't seen. Did you ever see the one where I was doing the quiz show?
No.
Yeah, I'm doing a quiz show, and I'm tied up, and Jason is the quiz show host, and he says, "All right, and welcome back to the quiz show. You know the rules. If you get the answer right, you don't get tickled. If you get it wrong, you get tickled."
See, but you'd be good at that.
I was like, "Fucking bring it on, Jason." He goes, "All right, Jasper, get ready." And then I'm like, Jasper fucking knows everything. You're fucked.
And were you tied up at this point?
I was tied up.
Yeah.
Right?
See, I've always said that the chase would be so much better if at the start the governess tied everybody up and that Andrew O'Keefe was in a gimp mask. Right. But that's a story for another day.
Totally. So the first three questions in the quiz show, all time hard. Like, who was the fucking 15th president of the United States? I'm like, mate,
No idea.
Reagan. Fuck off.
Oh.
And then they're like, incorrect. And then I get hardcore tickled. And I'm like, fair play. They're the rules.
Right.
Fair play.
But what do you get if you win?
Nothing. I just got to try and not get tickled because it was getting really
it's a
aggressive
negative.
at this stage. I was like, no, it was good, but it was like he was really tickling me.
Rib stuff?
Yeah.
You're
heavy.
miming your ribs. Yeah.
Heavy. Oh, yeah, it was heavy. And then on the fourth or fifth question, he asked me a fucking piss easy one for me because I love capitals. He said, what's the capital of Brazil? And I was like, suck it, Jason. It's Brasilia.
Give it to him.
And then he said, you got it right, but guess what?
What?
You still get tickled.
Oh,
And then he
no
tickled.
rules in this game.
That's what I said. I said, your game's fucked. Your game's fucked. I'm never doing this quiz show again. And
do you get a home game? Do you get a little set of manacles to take home? and your own feather to play with.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Where's that one? I've never seen that one.
It's on there. It's on there. It's on there. Maybe I'll do a one day. I'll do a DVD of my life, which will be like a book version but digital, and I'll put all the videos in there.
Oh, that's interesting.
That'd be cool.
It's like a compendium.
Yeah, or maybe it's a fucking you stand up and it's got also all the bits to it.
Well, you and I have been filming recreations of some of these stories based on the taped phone conversations that you and I had.
Yes.
Maybe you could use those as part of that because they're great. Because there are some of these that you never got footage at because, well, the police might if that was part of a sting, but we can't get hold of that footage.
Which jobs?
Wet shorts.
Yeah. You know what? I reckon there would be some pics though of that behind the scenes because you got to remember we had 2 cameras going. It was Elaine, and I still can't remember the other lady's name.
She's Australian. Anyway, back to the guy with the documentary. So the point being, he's traipsing around being like, isn't this crazy? Isn't this, judging it, saying it's mental and it's people are sick, etc.
Yeah.
And then doing that thing of going, oh, I'm not saying they are. Oh, I'm not saying they are. It's just really interesting. But he asked you, who's someone who's actually done one many times, and he should have to go and do a day of tickle videos.
But also, he's tried to give his documentary a narrative. And I've watched the trailer, and it's like a fucking horror film.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it all seemed fine, and then the dark underbelly of tickling, and then you just hear these fucking haunting... in a fucking alley. It scared the shit out of me.
Right.
I wouldn't watch that. That's not what the tickling...
That's not what it's about, man.
It's fun. It's about making $500 and getting tickled. Occasionally you might have to do a fake laugh. Big deal. That's the industry. You're an actor.
Exactly. You really think Kate Winslet was in love with DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Exactly.
Forget
it's the
it,
same
mate.
as what
Forget
DiCaprio would do. You get a script, you play the role.
Yeah.
I'm not a hotel manager. You know?
Ever worked in a hotel?
Well, Adara Hotels and Apartments. I worked there. No, actually, you know what? I actually dummied that up. I never actually pulled a shift.
But you were one of the major sponsors. Let's move on. What do you not say to your girlfriend?
So here's the thing, mate. You know she's in Kentucky tour with 3 of her best male friends.
Yeah, now, so let's just... So those of you who follow the podcast, your ex-girlfriend, who you've been seeing a little bit of recently, is in Kentucky tour right now, and she's with a gentleman from Sri Lanka.
I found out his name. Oh, my God. I just forgot it.
He's from Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Is it De Silva?
No.
Is it Vas?
Oh, my God. No, Sandy.
Okay, Sandy. Shout out to Sandy.
Shout out to Sandy.
Lovely to have you with us. Then there's a guy from Sydney. Now, he seems to be the worry to me because all you said he's from Sydney and he lifts weights.
Don't know his name. Lifts weights, tattoos, big muscles. Oh. Anyway, and then we've got from Brisbane, shout out to Koo, who's Chinese background.
Koo. All right. Hello, Koo.
K-H-O-O.
K-H-O-O. Koo.
I think. Look, I don't know.
All right. Well, he's cool.
They're not my friends.
No, definitely not. And so they're along Kentucky as we speak, having a lovely time. Where are we at the moment? Are they looking through the churches of Belgium?
No, they're all in Eos.
On the beach?
No, in the pool. There's a pool. And then my ex-girlfriend sent me a picture and said, look at the girl in the background. If you look closely, she's wearing stickers over her nipples.
And that's it?
And she was. And I said, holy shit, you animals.
And who else was in that photo?
Her and 3 dudes just pissed as farts. And then in the background, just nude chicks. But anyway, so then I was talking to her on Facebook, and I wanted to say something nice to her because, you know, I could tell that she wanted to hear something nice. She's like, I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to come back. I mean, it's good here, but I can't wait to come back.
Hang on a second. No, Sandy. No, thanks for washing my G-strings, but No, I think I've got one left. Oh, geez, mate, have you been Sydney guy? Hey. Oh, wow, have you been... That's big... there's a big muscle.
No.
What's that tattoo of?
No.
Oh, my God, it's a samurai. That's so original.
No.
Is that... Hang on. Oh, my God, Sydney muscle guy. Is that a carp? Is that a carp fish? You're so original and interesting. Oh, my God, is that some writing that you've got in a sort of a running writing script across your ribs?
Yeah.
How did you think of that?
Laura Bingle's
No
got
one's got that.
Yeah, so Ed, I wanted to say something nice to my ex-girlfriend.
Good idea.
So I said to her, look, when you get back to Melbourne, I'm going to take you dress shopping.
Beautiful, like in The Bachelor.
No, you were so close to what I said. I'm going to take you dress shopping just like in the movie Pretty Woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I didn't realise what I'd said.
Huh?
And she says, hang on, wasn't that girl a prostitute?
Ah. Yeah.
And I said, yes, she was.
What?
But you're not. You're not. Look, it's just like Pretty Woman, but you're not a prostitute. And instead of giving you my credit card, like, what's his character? Richard Gere's character, what's his fucking name anyway? I'm going to come with you. And I'm going to pay cash.
Because I don't have a credit card.
Because I don't have
Because
a credit
I owe
card.
too much money, baby.
Yeah.
How'd she go with that?
Yeah, good. She laughed. She said, I'm not a prostitute. I said, nah, you're not.
God, that's a lovely story.
Mm.
Pretty Woman 2. I'm not a prostitute. That's a great...
I'm not a prostitute now.
Pretty Woman 2. It's 30 years later. He's fallen on hard times. Now he's a gigolo. She's a successful businesswoman. She has to go and save him.
Love it.
Huge. Now I'm going to tell some Pretty Woman stories.
Yeah, hang on. Because this is one of those things I've just got to figure it out. What was his name? Edward.
It was.
Yes,
That's my
yes,
name.
yes,
How
it
do
is.
how do I not know that?
Oh my God, Ed. That's good. We can move on. So
Yeah.
Pretty Woman, talk to me.
Jason Alexander, before he was George from
Yep.
in Seinfeld,
Yep.
got the role, went there. It was a romantic comedy. No, it was like a dark sort of semi-drama. Showed up, and Gary Marshall, the legendary director producer who's recently died, and gets there and they go, well, Richard Gere says, mate, throw that script out. We're not doing that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he was secretly making a romantic comedy while pretending that it was this sort of semi-drama.
Mm-hmm.
And it became the huge hit that it is. There's a story that I'm stealing from The Nerdist. He told these stories on The Nerdist.
Yeah.
And so shout out to them. And Jason Alexander said that bit where he claps he shows her the jewels.
Oh, yeah.
Claps the jewels. That was an outtake. And the reason that they cut away so quick is because she looks directly down the barrel of the camera and smiles.
Oh, classic. Classic. It doesn't.
I've never seen the whole thing.
Can't get through it.
Can't get through it. It's so slow and dull.
I've seen it. I like it.
They do it on the first night, don't they? Does he pay for that first night? Does he pay money for that first night when they do it?
She doesn't accept the money, I believe. So she stays. It's meant to be a one-night thing, and then she stays for the weekend or whatever.
Now, hang on. There's a bit where she puts her hand up his leg when they're watching telly, right?
Mm.
And then they obviously do it.
Mm.
The next day, has he paid?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. But let's remember, too.
When does he hand over the first wad of cash to her for her services?
I reckon that's after 2 days. And then she stays.
So at what point does she clock off and say, all right, this is girlfriend time?
Never. Nah. Maybe at the polo. That's when he introduced her to his friends, and she was his girlfriend. No, I'm making things up. I've seen it once, 20 years ago.
If someone can tell us the exact moment when she clocks off, then I'd like to know it.
Maybe it's when they fight. Because he says something to her like that alludes to her being a sex worker, and then she cracks the shits and is like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck you, I'm your girlfriend. And and then she leaves, and he has to fucking beg for her back. I think that's how it works. But let's just remember, too, that Pretty Woman inspired one of the great modern-day romances, Jeffrey Edelstein and Bryn Edelstein, or Bryn Gordon, I should say. They reenacted Pretty Woman in their video.
Yeah, directed by Gary Marshall, the actual director. I think from memory.
Gee, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because Jason Alexander was the MC of their wedding.
That's right. And Fran Drescher was there.
Fran Drescher was there. And a helicopter.
Fuck, that would have been good to go
My
to.
wife, Gary, went to it. She says...
She went?
Yeah, she says still one of the most bizarre days of her life. Because they remember he made it some sort of charity event, so it was this giant thing that was at the Crown in Melbourne.
Mm.
And she didn't have any friends there, and she looked really depressed. It's worked out for her. So
Yeah.
what's the status of...
Who are we talking about?
Bryn
Bryn or-
Edelstein.
yeah,
Bryn Gordon,
yeah.
My Bedazzled Life.
Yeah.
Is it on hiatus? Is it coming back?
No, she's in a new... How's this for a bit of scoop, She's in a brand new reality show based on the Melbourne nightclub scene. And she's in it. And it's going to be on One.
Jesus.
Channel 1. I've been asked to MC
Or do you mean it's going to be on once?
Yeah. I've been asked to MC their launch.
It's huge. Are we doing it?
I said, you'll have to speak to a manager. And the guy...
How much?
No, well, the PR dude said, come on, Ash. Surely you can do it direct. I said, look, listen.
No, you've been in trouble for that.
I said, listen, Beep. Those days are over.
Yep. We do managers now.
You go through my manager.
Yep, exactly
And
right.
you talk to her about price.
How much?
I don't know. Probably not interested in doing it.
Why not? We emceed the opening of a gelato bar.
That was good money. They're cashed up.
We're not allowed to say how much, are we?
Not allowed. I told you what it was, though.
This manager of yours.
No, it's good, mate. There's some big stuff coming
Does she
through.
even care about this podcast?
She does. But here's the thing, mate. We don't know who listens. And they might be hearing
that's very true, actually.
And they might go...
That's very true. We don't know who listens.
No, exactly. So then they might go, hey, I was listening to Ash and their podcast, and guess what Ash got for the gelato bar?
Right.
Got fucking 15 grand. And... You know what I mean? And then they're like...
Then they'll knock it down, they'll come... I know what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely fair enough. Quick question for you. Do you think the victory laps in the athletics at the Olympics are far too long? Usain Bolt ran for 9 seconds and he did 45 around the track.
Well, that was still his fastest ever celebration.
Got to give credit to Usain Bolt. He stays back for 4 or 5 hours. You know when they on Channel 7 gets an interview with him and you go, wow, there's not many people in the stadium. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, Pat Welsh told us. The guy who does the interviews who's doing a great job. He told us it was 2 a.m.
You reckon Pat Welsh is doing a great job?
Absolutely. I think
he is.
He's doing a great job. Paddy Welsh is doing a great job.
He is. I absolutely love his work.
Because the Channel 7 commentary team has been getting a little bit of stick.
Well, how so?
People are saying
How so?
that there's a lot of Melbourne AFL duds
Oh.
that are calling sports and events that they've got no idea about.
Gillon McLaughlin's doing a great job comparing the Olympics. I think he's the chief executive of the AFL and he's got time to host the Olympics.
To throw to a tape package about Kyle Chalmers.
Yeah.
What a great effort that is. So you don't think they're too long? I think they're way too long. I hate it. I hate the victory laps of the so-called athletic superstars.
You got to remember, there's not much else going on.
Yes, there is though.
Really?
While they're doing that, there are people throwing javelin behind them. There are people putting shots.
Here's the thing: I haven't seen enough table tennis, enough badminton.
Thank you. Keep it going. Because I saw one. I had to go on the online and download the men's singles final of the table tennis.
Yep.
It was one of the best events I've seen at the Olympics.
Here's the thing: no one cares about the rowing. Like
no one
that is
cares
impossible.
About the rowing.
I don't want to watch the fucking rowing, and I don't want to watch the one where they're paddling on one knee.
It's
boring.
Show it in a corner box. Well, why haven't they gone to the corner box? You got the main thing that we're watching and something else in a corner box, and then adjusted before it finishes.
Yep.
Voomp, great. Okay, oh wow, the Portuguese have won the K1, and then we go voomp back, and then it's back to some TT.
Totally, it's either TT or we're going for gold.
It's TT, exactly.
We're going to cross. We're leaving the TT here. We're going for gold.
Here's my hashtag for next Olympics.
Yep.
There's 3 channels that 7 has: 7 normal, 7 mate, and 7 2.
Yep.
Good on them. Good luck to them. At least they've got 3 channels now, so we can at least flick around when it gets too boring and go something else. Why don't they do this?
Sure.
Live voting on what we're going to watch.
Good.
They've got on the right-hand side of the screen, they've got a number there that you send a text so you can make some money, Channel 7, about the type of thing that we want to watch.
Yep.
And we all just type in TT. It's a 06.
Yep.
And they go, oh, sorry, guys, the pack has spoken.
Yep.
If you want to stick around and watch the blokes kneeling and doing the kayak, then you can go. It's going to a box in the corner. But bad luck because we've got some badminton.
Yep.
Right up now.
If you want to watch...
Hang on, let me ask you this. Do you care if an Australian comes 9th in an event? Or would you rather watch...
I do not.
A badminton gold medal match between Malaysia and Indonesia?
That would be wonderful. Yeah, Malaysia and Indonesia, absolutely. And also... I was confused. I was watching the weightlifting too, Ed, and
I love the weightlifting. She's on fired up
for that jerk and clean event.
Yeah,
and mate,
fuck yeah, jerk and clean. Got around the other way.
Nothing.
Yeah,
I was clean and jerk, was it?
Yeah, jerk and clean is when you jerk all over the stage and have to clean it up.
Yeah, exactly. And it will followed by the snatch. And I was going to make this is going to, and this guy was sniffing, fucking looked like to be enema.
Why are they allowed? Why are you allowed to go hardcore smelling salts?
It was amyl.
Before you lift weights.
He was sniffing the amyl before fucking...
That's why I saw that too and I went, is that okay? Because you're not allowed to do it before. Like Usain Bolt's not allowed to down a vial of amyl before he gets into it. I'll tell you we're talking about amyl for a second.
Yeah.
It's an old friend of mine from high school who was an animal, right? And he was cheap.
Yep.
He was light on. We used to go to a nightclub, and we used to go to one in the Gold Coast called Shooters, which is just closed down.
I love Shooters.
Devastating news.
Been there.
Have you?
Mate, just quickly, went into Shooters with a mate,
Give it to me.
We walked in and we could hear the girls behind us
Saying,
who were within earshot saying to each other, look at those two, they're all right.
booyah.
I said to my mate, did you just pick up that? We weren't even in the doors.
Give it to me.
And he said, I got it loud and clear. We turned around, said, can we buy you a drink?
No.
And we went home with them.
That's shooters.
And as he said,
That's shooters, man.
It gets better.
That's shooters, man. That's shooters, man. You want to close that down?
No, it gets better. Listen to this. So then, like,
Mate, they're closing down Manus.
after about an
Fucking get all the Manus money and put it into shooters. Get shooters back open.
after about an hour, I said to my mate, I said, what do you reckon? We go back to our hostel. He says, yeah, that's a good idea.
Staying at a hostel, will you?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Ladies, right this way.
And then so we went back, and then, you know, I was very well behaved, but my
Beautiful.
friend
Lovely story.
was fully nude
Yeah, beautiful.
doing the dance.
And was this one of those group rooms, or did you have your own private room?
No, it was like a...
It was an 8-bed bunk.
No,
Yeah,
you had privacy.
Germans washing their socks.
No, you had privacy. It was pretty tasteful.
Okay.
And then I'd had enough. I was like, all right, these girls are a bit annoying. So
Yeah.
I went in to see my mate, and I took a couple of pictures of him in the nude.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and I said, mate, all right, let's...
Great night.
And then the girls left.
See you, girls.
They left, right?
Beautiful, lovely. See ya.
And then my mate, I'll just beep it. He was like, her name was Jaya. Jaya, don't let your girl go. Jaya's stolen my iPhone. And I go, what? He goes, Jaya's stolen my iPhone. Don't let your girl go, because then we've lost them both.
Yeah.
So then Jaya ran down the street nude.
What?
And my mate was nude running down the street, chasing her.
That's shooters, baby.
Chasing her. And then I said, look, I just had a nice time with
You were
this
being
girl. I said, look, I can't let you go.
Yeah, nice.
I can't let you go.
Yeah.
I want to. I've had a nice time with you.
Yeah.
But my friend, he just had an iPhone stolen by your friend, so you understand.
Ugh, you understand.
Yeah. And so then
Shooters.
and then chasing Jaya down the street, and he's like, call my phone. I'm on the balcony. He's yelling out to me, call my phone.
Yeah.
And then I call his phone, and we heard ring, ring,
Where
ring,
was it?
ring.
He'd left it somewhere. He's an idiot.
No, Jaya had hid it in the letterbox
On the way through.
on the way through.
And so once you got the phone, did you say to your girl, I'm so glad that's all sorted out. Let's have a drink.
No, I said, you're free to go.
And what'd she say?
She ran out. I think she slapped me.
What'd you do?
I don't know. She said, I didn't, I thought...
But at the end, but listen.
We'll probably have to take this out.
No, it won't. Let's. This happened many years ago. Let's wrap it up by saying shooters, great place.
The best. The best.
Do you know I once went into? Oh goodness.
Go on. I just told a story. I'll probably get my ex-girlfriend will fucking cut my balls off for that.
No, you didn't know it then. So
Doesn't matter.
she'll sit down with a cocktail.
Yeah,
Coo, Sonny, Muscles. You're never going to believe the stupid story that Ash just told me. Yeah, babe. So, I was at Shooters and Cocktails and Dreams.
Yeah.
Those were my two hashtags. And then,
Jeez.
and then Melba's, right? If it was really going off, right?
Man, where was Melba's?
Be round the corner.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Bit classier.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Melba's.
Mate of mine was going to Bond University.
Yep.
He told us, he said, that's it. He was working in a storeroom, and he said, that's it. I'm going to law school.
Yep.
And remember, in The Simpsons when remember when they've got the heavy sack beatings, when they're going around as the vigilante group?
Yeah.
And then Homer Simpson gets caught doing something wrong, and Jimbo says, that's it. I don't believe in anything anymore. I'm going to law school.
Yeah.
It was that moment. He was
Right.
working in a storeroom. We were doing some really nice work around local nightclubs in Sydney.
Yeah.
And he said, that's it. You guys are losers.
Yep.
True. I'm going to law school.
Yep.
I've been accepted to Bond University.
Yep.
I'm going to get a law degree in 2 years.
Yep.
And we all looked at each other and thought, we're all pretty dumb.
Mm.
And he's not what I would call the sharpest.
Mm. Also, how do you get a law degree in 2 years?
Well, that's part of the joy.
That's Bond.
That's Bond, baby. That's Shooters. So he went to Bond. And so, of course, we thought, well, we better go and visit him.
Yeah.
So we did.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like prison. We're going to visit him.
No, he's a genius.
Yeah.
He made all these rich-ass friends.
Oh,
like the richest friends you've ever seen in your life, living on those Chevron Islands and all those amazing islands on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
People flying in from Dubai. One of his mates was like the Dubai son of a Dubai something or another.
Shit.
It was amazing. And
my
he
God.
changed into like a character.
Yeah.
So we got there and he was wearing, I'll never forget it because it was in the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
It was winter, but it never gets cold in Queensland.
No.
And he had on a camel trench coat with black loafers and white slacks and a white shirt.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Did you recognise him?
Oh, yeah, because he had glasses, but like really nice designer glasses and incredible hair.
Jesus.
And he was a handsome guy. And I remember me and my mate were going to see him and we were catching the bus to see him. But he was he goes, no, I'll meet you at Pacific Fair.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm going to come to the door, mate.
Yeah.
We will come to the door, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, no,
Yeah.
I'll meet you at Pacific Fair.
You're right.
Because I remember my friend at this point was wearing a FUBU Dallas Cowboys jacket.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it because I was really jealous of the jacket.
Yeah.
And I looked terrible as always. And I had on and so he goes, no, I'll meet you there. And we thought, something's up. Something's up. We get off the bus at Pacific Fair because we were staying at the Focus Apartments at this point, in a one-bedroom apartment. And he walked out in these loafers and this coat, and we went, all right.
Yep.
He's moved on. So he said to him, yeah, what are we doing? And he goes, guys, I've got to study. I've got things to do, but I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah.
And we thought, he doesn't want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
We were going to play putt-putt.
Yeah.
And...
How old were you?
19?
Yeah.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Be shooting some low scores at putt-putt, wouldn't you?
Our favourite, I didn't like the ones... My mate always wanted to go to the novelty... Oh, another mate had just flown up. And so he wanted to go down, and he wanted to go to all the ones that were like animals and things. And I said, no. I was much more into the geometrically difficult courses.
That's good.
Which were just sort of bricks and angles.
Just quick side note, this should be an Olympic sport, putt-putt.
Someone hashtag that.
Like, mate, rather than watching fucking... Who's the dickhead? Justin Rose winning.
No, Justin Rose.
I don't want to watch your fucking shit 18 holes of golf.
I hate you, Justin Rose.
Let's do putt-putt, you bastards.
Mate, that is a huge...
Could you imagine it? Like fucking like
huge
Alejandro blah blah. He's from Brazil. He's the best. Like he's a master of trick shots.
If he can somehow hit this through the gorilla's mouth, he sets himself up beautifully for the windmill. And it's only a short hop over Santa's hat. Mate, you're a genius. That's absolutely enormous.
It's good, isn't it? It's fun for the whole family.
Long story short,
Yeah.
that night we went to Shooters.
Yeah.
And his classy friends from Bond all had this special key ring. Did you know that there was a special back room in Shooters?
Jesus.
A cigar bar?
Nah.
Nah.
Oh, nah.
No. They all went in there.
Jesus.
We weren't allowed. So we stuck out in the main hall of Shooters. Still went off. Still had a great time. Best night ever.
Shooters.
Then the next day, I remember Stewie McGill took 6 for against South Africa in a test match.
6 for 190.
Even though we lost. It was one of the great turning performances.
He would have come down for a drink afterwards, McGilla.
He was in Sydney. The game was in Sydney.
He still would have flown up to Shooters.
Anyway, you'll be missed, Shooters.
No, you will. Walking through those saloon bar doors.
The saloon doors,
You get the swing and you enter the Wild Wild West.
And how much they sold so many cocksucking cowboy
Yes.
because it was just...
Yeah, Cowboys.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I miss Shooters,
we're
man.
in Shooters. Have a cowboy. What wouldn't you?
Let's finish this one. What do you got for me?
We got a Cathy update? Do you want it now?
Give me a Cathy update.
Last contact we had with Kath was, you were around in an hour, and then we wrote, Kath, you're there. She didn't write back. This is what I got a day later. I am now. Sad face. Sorry I'm not on very much unless I know ahead of time. Sad face. Like, at least a day ahead of time. Or tell me a set time to be here regularly, which I know is probably not possible with your schedule. But otherwise, I can't just keep Twitter open all the time when I'm not on. Nor can I sit at the computer all night, every night. Sad face. I'm sorry. And then she wrote this.
I knew it.
And then she wrote this.
Computer, not on
My
her
computer
phone.
crashes a lot. It's like 6 years old, and Twitter is a big culprit. So Twitter's a problem. We know that.
This is what we've learned about Cathy. we know in America, we know Cathy's a dude. We know that Cathy now has no access to Twitter on his phone, so that tells you something about Cathy's ability with. How old do you think Cathy is? This puts Cathy in an older age bracket. Does Cathy use a lot of emojis?
No, she never uses emojis. She only uses the analog smile face or sad face.
Which means that it's on a computer, because it doesn't have the emojis there.
Good detective work.
So definitely an older person on probably a laptop.
Yep.
What computer could be 6 years old? It could be an iBook. So obviously has an updated computer. So poor. Cathy's is a poor, no smartphone pervert.
Okay. Listen. We need to, so like, we're doing this podcast. I wrote, Kath, are you around in 2.5 hours? Nothing. Radio silence. I reckon we step this up. How about we write a Skype call?
Yep.
Hi, Kath, you're around for a Skype call this week.
Yep.
Yeah?
Live feet.
Live feet. I can't wait to show you my feet live.
Live.
Hi, Kath.
This is huge.
Hi, Kath. Hang on, I'm going to put my mic down to type.
Hi, Kath.
So, hi, Kath. Are you around
for a Skype call?
For a Skype call
this week?
I can show you my feet live.
Live. Jeez, I'm tired.
Live. Not even exclamation. Just, I can show you my feet live. Boom.
Send it.
Hi, Kath. Are you around for a Skype call this week? I can show you my feet live. Beautiful. Well, that's all we got from Cathy. And also, I'm the new face of Julius Marlowe's shoes, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of comments from people who listen to this podcast saying, Cathy won't be happy about this.
Why?
Because I'm wearing shoes.
Covers your feet.
Yeah. A lot of people saying, does Cathy know about this?
That's funny Twitter.
Yeah.
Well played, everybody.
Yeah.
Listen, we're coming back next.
Sorry.
Yep.
And then Julius Marlowe's shoes.
Give it to me.
They were at my comedy show, and I got a call the next day saying, we loved your tickling video. Were you wearing Julius Marlowe's shoes in the tickling video?
But that was years ago.
Yeah. And I said, I think I was. And they said, yeah, the whole Julius Marlowe crew thinks they were Julius Marlowe's shoes.
That's what they're looking at?
Yeah, we love them. Great work.
Great work. It's great sizzle.
Product placement.
That's retrospective product placement.
Yeah.
God, the deals are going well, aren't they?
Yeah. Look, we've got a few coming through.
Are we full? If I'm a company and I'm listening to this,
Yeah.
You're not available for any deals, are you?
I am available.
Well, you've got already too many.
No, we can just do some shuffling. By the way, have you got a deal? You told me that you might have a deal.
I might have a deal.
This is big. Can you talk about it?
No.
What do you mean? Not yet.
Not confirmed.
Yeah, I've got a few of them. I know what you mean.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a few. I got one that's big.
How big?
Like radar big. Puts me on radar. Puts me on everyone's radar.
Everyone's radar.
Everyone in Australia's radar. That
Is
kind of
it a
big.
business or a show?
It's neither.
Not a business, not a show.
Well, I'd say it's business. Because it's not a show, it's business.
Okay, so it's a show. So it's like it's like a ambassadorship or an endorsement deal.
Yes.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Yep.
Duralax.
Look, big shout out to Duralax.
When do we
they're
find
listening.
out?
Soon.
Soon.
I can't really comment for a while, mate. Because
Has there been an audition?
no, I don't need to. Anyway, what's your deal?
No.
This is before we did this podcast. You said you got a deal.
Well, it's still not confirmed.
Fucking hell, mate.
When it is, don't worry. If it does come through, then I'll be hashtagging it.
Also, Ed, we're doing the live show.
Oh, I need to talk to you about that.
What's up?
No, because the time and the day.
Oh shit.
I have to do something for my wife.
Oh my god, I thought you got that cleared.
I thought I did too.
Oh, God.
And then she just said 2 minutes ago, she goes, so that's the time?
No.
I went, you didn't tell me that. And she went,
So when?
Well, if we can change the time of that day.
Yeah, to what?
Sure. Or even just like 5.
Yeah, I think that should be all right. I'll speak to him.
Okay. That's us working out our own lives. Okay, listen, we'll be back. In the next episode, there's probably the biggest episode ever. I've got 5 ways to improve The Bachelor. We've got our Ash and Ed podcast network is back. So Dickhead and the Flog, they're back
good.
on. They're doing midnight to 2 a.m. So you've got to love those guys. Also, Ash, you've got what I want to do with this podcast is I need to try and sell it to my wife as it's not just a waste of time, even though she enjoys it. And so what I've come up with is you've got a genuine pitch for a television show that we think we might try and make happen.
Yeah. Yep. I've got an ingenuine pitch and a genuine pitch.
And I want to have. I've had a run-in with some vegans that I need to talk about.
Good.
I've had a run-in.
Shit.
Some vegans who think they're better than me.
Nah, bugger them. And by the time this podcast goes out, the details of our live show, which will still be on the 24th of September in Melbourne at this stage.
Can we say it's an art show?
Yeah, it's an art show with a free podcast.
Yeah, so it's an art show. There are a number of works of art which will be displayed for the first time.
Yep.
With a free podcast attached to that.
Exactly. So come for the art, stay for the podcast, and all the details will be on our social media platforms. Ash and Ed Podcast.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.